Today I want to share with you our redwoods and giant sequoia trees lab book. This was a lab book inspired by our field trip to California. We visited the Sequoia National Park and also Forest and Kings Canyon. And I have titled this lab book for my student Walking Among Giants because that's really how I felt the moment we walked the path of the Sequoia National Park. And I have decided to use in the front of this lab book, again, this is a one file folder, just like a file folder, cardstock file folder that you get office on your office supply store. And I have decided to use a sequoia tree. As you can see, they're shorter in length, and these would be a redwood. And as I walk you through this lab book, you're gonna see I use these two again on the inside. In the back of the lab book, I decided to kind of personalize it a little bit. And we have added some of the photos we use in our field trip. And then I found these really cute poster on the General Sherman tree. Is one of the trees they have in the park that's really, really old. And this is the original photo back in the time and some info and facts about it. So this is again photos of our day. And then again, let's open up this project so you can take a look inside. So if you look at this project, you can tell I have used again one cardstock and then insert inside and then one file folder. Okay, so I'm gonna put this aside for now. And normally these will go glued along the side. Not glued, but you can tape it along the side or the top. I have decided to use it along the side because maybe in the future I would like to add more information and then I can keep adding cardstock inserts. So then let's start with this side. I have created a pocket here with conifer trees because I wanted him to learn some facts about that. Now this is a little mini book that kind of flips to the side, and I have put some information I need him to remember and some photos of conifer trees, but during winter time, because that way my student can relate that Christmas trees are conifer trees. So kind of, you know, to remember that. And then here, as you can see, my student created some drawing, which is okay with me. I like that. And then I'm gonna insert that back into that pocket. Over here, I had a sugar pine cone, being one of the largest pine cones in the world. So I created the pine cone and glued it in here and then had my student recreate my drawing. Okay, and then created that as a mini book right here. Okay, then this one here talks about sequoia tree resilience, and that's one of the most important things you read about as you walk along the trails of the forest or in the bookstore. All they have is like really books about sequoia trees and their resilience. And I added some facts, and then I decided to fold this in a triangle shape. Rather than, you can also do this in a square shape. I mean, rectangular shape, sorry. But I decided to do it in a triangular shape, like so. And you don't really have to. Again, this will flip up and then he can read some of the important things I need him to remember about sequoia tree resiliences. And then these would be, again, more facts that I need him to remember. And he created this little drawing and then it flips up. Okay, and we added that too to his lab book. Now, forest fires are important. So this is an accordion style booklet. And really it talks about forest fires and why they're important for a healthy ecosystem in the forest. In the back on the empty spaces, my student likes to fill in with extra information that I had not put for him, but that he did learn, and then some graphics on this field trip. And then here I have sort of like a long booklet that flips, and each one talks about how seeds become seedlings and later on trees. So now this would be the core of the lab book, and then of course this would be my insert, which would go here. Again, I have doubled that those graphics that I use on the title page, the redwood and the giant sequoia, but now I have them here laid out, and my student is going to go ahead and tell me the height and compare, but in a visual kind of way. So if I later on ask him questions about any of the information in this lab book, he forgets, he can come back here and remember. Because lab books, I like to create lab books not just to, hold tons of information, but also as a review booklet, okay? And that would be this side, okay? This here has sequoia facts and redwood facts, but they are laid out already for him, okay? And then he added more information, as you can see. Okay, so then the back of this cardstock talks about reproduction and, of course, seeds and seedlings. And then I put the state of California, so that would kind of create a visual. Where did we go to learn about sequoia trees? Well, California, and that's where you find them. And I also use visuals to kind of make him remember the size of the cones of the sequoia trees. They're the same size as eggs. So I put eggs here and then the cones. A big picture of a sequoia tree, so you can tell the bark of the tree, some of the leaves, and a seed here. Then this is a little jar, like where you would pretty much put the seeds, and then it has facts about seeds. And then here he drew the life cycle of a seed, 2 weeks old, seedling, germination, and then a mature seed. And then in the back, again, he likes to fill in all of the empty spaces, and I like that. Sequoias can grow to be 311 feet and weigh 2.7 million pounds. They can live up to 3,200 years. Okay, so there you go. So some of the facts he learned in our field trip. So again, these will go glued here. And we keep these. We keep these as a way of remembering what we learned. And if we forget any of this information, which is completely fine, because again, it is a lot of information, he can always go back and remember what he learned and have a way of keeping his photos and memorabilia of this great field trip. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you do, you can find this lab book at my TPT store. That would be the Hermitcraft Homeschool at TPT, Teachers Pay Teachers. Again, this one is about redwoods and giant sequoia.